In this section, I'm going to show you how to manage your contacts. Now, this normally means looking up contact details, changing event dates because contacts can't necessarily make the date they originally booked, adding new bookings, cancelling existing bookings, or taking payments. So most of that can be done through this section here, the contact section. So I'm going to go in here, and the first thing you'll notice is this list of existing contacts that comes up. Now the system will automatically show you the last 30 that you have either input or updated, and that's with the most recent at the top. So the last person that I was to make changes to was Miss Jade Whittaker. And if I click on the All button here, you'll see there's the one big list of the last 30 contacts that I've been either inputting or updating. I'll change that back to being a page view. Now we can actually search by a whole set of criteria, as you can see here in the list here. Search by surname, first name, contact reference number, postcode, email address, whole set there. So let me illustrate just a couple. If, for example, I search by phone number, it says phone number contains, and let me just put in 3456. Let's see if anybody. Yes, we've got two here. This chap here, Louis Hughes, I can see the 3456 in his mobile number, and David Jones, the 3456 is in his home number there. Let's look up someone by their email address. As an email address contains, and let's use the chap's name, Jones. And actually, this is a different Jones, Mr. Christopher Jones, and here you can see his email address obviously does contain Jones there. But the most common method of looking up would be via the surname. So if someone's just turned up, just phoned up, enter their name. So I'll actually just illustrate by typing in someone else. So we haven't got any Smiths on the database. Tell you what, let's go back to the Jones then, and there we have two Jones. If you had a lot of contacts whose surname was Jones, you can actually filter the list further. So if I put comma D, that should only show us all those that have the first name beginning with D. And in this particular case, that is the one that I want. So I will click on his name. And he's just phoned up and said that he'd like to change his call date. Now he's currently booked in for the Microsoft Word training course, and he's booked in for Friday the 15th. Now you'll see here, if I hover over it with the mouse pointer, I can actually change the date that he's booked in just by clicking on it, and that will then bring up a list of all of the Word courses that we currently have in our diary, and it will show us our current bookings into each of those. Now he tells me that he can make the week following, so that's the Friday 22nd. So to rebook him in for that, I'm going to click on that date, and you'll see that what happens here is the new booking goes in along with the options that he had booked on the previous one, and it's showing the old one here as a cancellation. So that means you've got a full audit trail of what's happened to this booking. Now the other thing that he's told me is that he's a vegetarian, and I know we have booked him in for lunch, but we didn't record him as a vegetarian. So what I'm going to do here is right click on the booking, and we've got three items here: either view the booking details, delete it, or cancel it. I'm going to click on the view booking details and click on edit, and here we get back to our booking options screen. So here I'm going to untick the lunch option and tick the vegetarian lunch. Click on close there, save that, and now the details have been updated. So we can always change the booking after it's been made. Now the next thing he's asked me to do is to book him in on an Excel training course in May. Now we could go into the diary and do the booking from there, but whilst you have the contact details open, you can click on the new button and then choose add a new event booking. So we'll actually choose to add an Excel course, and we'll say that we want it to be from an existing event that has vacancies. Click on this selected event, and up comes a list of all of our Excel training courses that are already open in the diary. Now he's asked for a May date, so I will offer him the 13th of May. We'll book him in for that. Click on next. It's £300. Don't forget the options, because we now know that he's a vegetarian and he'll need the car parking pass as well. We'll leave taking a payment and then make that booking. Click on the finish button there, and you will see now his details have been updated. So there is the Excel training course that he's booked in for Friday the 13th, showing there a cost of £315, but none of that has been paid, and that's reflected here in the balance. He now owes us £630. He's paid us £315, so he does still owe us £315 for that second Excel course. So what I'll illustrate now is how you take a payment from a contact. So if I click back on the new menu and choose take a new payment from the contact, here comes the same payment screen that we had before, and it shows us that he does currently owe us £315 and defaults to filling in the full amount. I'll just change the payment method back to check to make it simpler. Click on the OK button there, and in goes the second payment, and you'll see how his finance summary has then been updated to show that he's now fully paid up. Finally, I'll show you how to actually cancel a booking directly from the contact screen. So I'll pick on the Excel training course that we have just booked. If I click with my right hand mouse button, we get a menu saying view details, delete item, or cancel item. I'm going to choose cancel, and then it will ask me for a reason for cancellation. So I'll say that he cannot make that date. You can also update the text here. It doesn't have to be strictly what's in the drop down list box there. I'll put we'll call back later to arrange another date. Click on OK there. That's now cancelled that course. If I click on the on the course itself, you'll see how here are all the details, and there is the cancellation date and the reason. So you can got a full audit of what has happened and why the course has been cancelled. And you can also do the same for payments, because now, of course, he's now £315 in credit. So, just for argument's sake, we wanted to cancel this payment. Right-click here and choose Cancel Payment. Puts a line through it, so you know it's been cancelled. And there, his balance is now 0 because he owes us £315 and he's paid us £315. If you accidentally cancel something and wish to bring it back, you can do that. So if I right-click here on this cancelled item, you'll see how reinstate item is then available. So if I choose that, you'll see how the booking magically comes back, and we can do exactly the same with the payment there. Here we go, reinstate payment. So if you make a mistake, accidentally cancel the wrong one, or need to reinstate it for a reason, you can do so very easily.